Right.
There's
We're teaching them, you teach them a song, in which case they will know the skills for that song, or you
Right.
teach them to sing.
right.
And then they start to be able to copy paste
Oh
that
yeah,
skill on,
transfer.
onto other songs. And that's actually kind of, Andy, my point of why I talk so much about sight reading and rehearsing a cappella. It saves me time too, even at the high school
Right.
level.
Right.
I have time to talk to my high school kids about stuff like we're talking about right now, because they can sing the correct notes the first time.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
can, and then we can go on. So all these things, when you take the time to do it the right way, it does save time in the long run, but it's a front loaded investment of time.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe, it's hard to trust it. And actually, even as you were just talking, and I can sort of sympathetically hear choral conductors being like, that's not possible because you've got 60 different throats there. You can't actually teach a choir to sing in the same way that you teach a private voice lesson to sing, because everybody's different. In fact, Jamie, haven't you kind of heard that
Oh yeah, but
before?
I've also like proven it to be not really true in my, I mean, let's say, I mean, it seems like it might be a front loaded process, but the reality of it is teaching them a skill set, especially if you're really clear with it and it's right in the basics of there's a tube and you're trying to keep it open and that will improve the sound. Like, I mean, even when I go and do these like all county clinics where I'm there for a day or 2 days with these kids I've never met before, right? I'm going to get a better product at the end of the day. I get a better product in the first hour now, assuming they know the notes and the rhythms, but I'm going to get a better product in the first hour just because I'm holding them accountable just for that. If I only do that with a
Yeah.
group of high school kids, I get a warmer, more in tune, more beautiful group of like more energized singing. And then let's say they manage to master that and they also manage turn on the car. Like, do you have any idea how big of a difference open the throat and actually breathe will make for
Yeah.
high school students, which seems so mundane, but just those couple of principles in a short-term situation with kids you've never seen before, immediately you get a better product. Immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many times have we heard a colleague say, "Oh, that singer just, for a singer that sings out of tune, oh, they just have a horrible ear."
Right. They can't
And
hear.
and I think, well, but they're bent in half. They're singing with their tongue in their throat. Their
Mhm.
mouth is only open a centimeter.
Yeah.
How do you know they don't have a good ear? They're dissonant with themselves. Of course, they can't sing it in tune.
Don't
You know,
even know what your voice is.
right? Yeah. So that's almost always that's become, at the more years I've done this, my default is try to fix the technique first.
Right.
Right.
And if that doesn't solve the vocal problem or the intonation problem on its own,
Right.
then maybe but 99 times out of 100 it solves the problem.
Right.
Like I mean, at the end of the day, when they're in your ensemble, they should like by the end of the semester, they should be better singers.
Yeah.
We
And
hold
what
them
Jamie?
accountable.
Yeah,
We make
well,
them better musicians,
Mhm.
but they should be better singers, not just better choral singers. They should be better singers at the end of the year.
Yeah.
one thing that
Agreed.
Jamie and I have found, which has been so gratifying, is
Yeah.
when we come back the next year, and I'm talking specifically about non-major types, people who just have a pretty good instrument but just want to sing in choir. When they come back the second year and they sing for you, and you're like, "What the heck? Like you're sounding amazing. Did you take voice over the summer?" They're like, "No, I just was in choir." And the best feedback I think I've ever gotten was somebody saying, "I'm a better singer because of being in choir, not in spite of being in choir."
Mhm.
And that there's like nothing more gratifying to me than hearing that.